Hi YouTube artist, I'm Kelly Hernig and welcome to In the Studio. Today we're going to paint another holiday element of our Artful Advent. Are you ready? Let's go paint. Welcome to day 2 of the Artful Advent. I'm so excited that you joined me for day 1, and today is all about the present down here. And before we get started, I want to make some holes in the little bow parts up here. So we're going to do that and give our pen time to dry, and then we're going to go ahead and do the box. So let me come closer. Hopefully that's not blurry for you. I'm using my Unipen 0.5 in the light gray. That's what I inked my piece with. And I'm just going to add some ovals. And that's it. We're going to let that dry, and we're going to go on to the box here. The box, I want it to be patterned. I'm going to use blue, a manganese blue, which is a little lighter than a French ultramarine blue. I'm just going to go straight down, and then I'm going to do like 3 lines right next to one another so that they're kind of fat. If you have a fatter brush, you can do it in one stroke. And then I'm going to go the other way as well. I'm staying off the ribbon here. Just trying to make them the closest to even size as I can. While that's wet, I'm going to come in with some indanthrone or some dark blue, and I'm just going to touch right next to the bow here. And then right under the lid. If it's not moving, or if it was already dry, like this first vertical stripes here were dry, I'm just going to touch some manganese there so it kind of pulls the darker blue down. Just gives it a little bit of shading. I'm trying to keep them the same, so visually just kind of go across to where they were. So what kind of present wrapper are you? Do you wait till the last day, or do you wrap as you go? I was always a wait till the last day. And then I would be complaining that it took so long to wrap. with the Perylene red, or bright red, I want you to use a bright red for this, not a dull red. See how bright that is? I'm watering it down just a little bit. And we're going to paint the bows. I dipped my brush in water, and I'm just going to smooth the water out of my point. Just want to pick up a little bit of color on that one. So you see, by adding those circles, we're kind of giving it a loop. So it looks like a loop like that now, instead of just a solid mass. Okay, while that's wet, I'm going to take a little bit of a darker color. And I have like a maroon color here on my palette. If you don't have this, just add a touch of blue to your red and make like a almost violet color. I'm doing the bottom of the ribbons. Just water on my brush to kind of pull it up. This one back here is all in shadow, so I'm going to deepen that. Again, getting the water off my brush and just softening this edge and this edge here. That looks nice. See how they're kind of looking curled now. Now we have the big ribbon here on the lid and then the box itself. That's also going to be the same red. So I'm going to start with the lighter red, the brighter red. Now what we're going to do is, in between each of these little squares, we're going to add a red dot. And I want it to be the bright red. So I've taken all of my water off my brush by just blotting it with a paper towel like that, because you do not want this watery. You don't want them spreading. You want them pretty tight circles. Do not worry about how perfect your circles are. We are going to add lines to them and bust them apart anyway, so don't worry about that. The rest I'm going to do in fast forward. Okay, I need to add some darkness now to this stripe because the lid and the comes over the box. So this is the lid and the box kind of goes under it. So see how it casts a shadow on my hand there? Watch as my hand goes under. See that shadow? So we need to put a little shadow under that. So whatever dark red you used on your ribbon, on the bow part, we're going to do the same here. And I want to just add a little bit of shadow under here for the ribbon. There we go. Taking my brush again, peeling off the water. Soften this out. Soften this out. Where I took some of the paint off here, I want to add just a little bit more of the bright red to those little parts of the bow. I'm going to make it just a little bit brighter. Softening the line here. Okay, where this bow comes onto the box, I want you to take a ruler and just kind of go right over the top there. I'm going to take my marker, my Unipin, and you can see that that bow crosses the box just a little bit. So I need to add a blue stripe there. And this is me being really picky, and I'm sorry about that. And you might not have room for that, depending on where you drew your big ovals. I feel better now. So where the whole lid comes over the box, I'm going to take a little bit of that dark blue. I've got to turn it just a little bit. Sorry about that. Just going all the way across there. And where this bow comes over the box, I'm going to put a little shadow there as well. Just a tiny one right here. The rest is done with your Posca pen. Where the box is, so you see the little square right here, we're going to make an X. So it's going to go from corner to corner. And then we're going to go cross over the blue line and go all the way up. And then we're just going to pull all those down. So what we're doing is we're crossing the box like that. Let me show that big with a pencil. So what I'm actually doing is going from this diagonal all the way across. So I'm taking here with the white pen. See that? So from corner to corner, and then I'm going to cross the other way now. So what you end up with is kind of a tufted pattern. I hope that's not too blurry. Okay, so now I'm going to go from this corner all the way down. From this corner, I have to stop where the stem is, go all the way down. Now I'm going to go this way. See why it didn't matter what your red dots look like? All we needed was that little bit of color in there. Doesn't that look cool? I really like the way that turned out. Then on my ribbons here, I want to add a little bit of white too. Because remember, I want everything to have a little touch of this Posca pen. Where it goes into the shadow here, I'm going to take a little bit of my maroon and just shade that line again. Where it comes into the darkness here, let's shade that. And there's our present. Thank you for being such a beautiful gift today. Thanks for watching.